I just wanted to get on here today to talk about the Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son, verdict that they just announced, saying that he was found guilty of all the charges that they had. I know a lot of people are right now kind of rejoicing, saying, "Yeah, we got him, we got him, we got him." I don't think that this is one of those situations where we got him. I think that this is just a situation where the Democrats are trying to clean up something. In that sense, the extreme Democrats, they're trying to, you know, I guess, put people out there that they think that are expendable, and that so to cover up whatever else is going on, because there are a lot of things that are being exposed, just like yesterday with Nancy Pelosi, and it seems as if she confessed to stopping then President Donald Trump from the January 6th of him deploying other troops. Now, I remember that situation. That's why in my mind I thought that Trump wasn't right, because he didn't issue out real troops, but it is saying that Nancy Pelosi stopped the troops from the National Guard from coming in, the additional guards from coming in, and in a sense, she was the one who kind of caused all the mayhem there, because he didn't have enough security. Now, I don't think that she should have been able to stop the guard from coming in. She shouldn't have done that. And I don't think that she should have been able to, but that goes to what Trump was dealing with. And Trump even said at that time that someone had stopped the guard from coming there. He had no influence over the guard. And I want to talk about that too, about what happened on January 6th and why it happened. A long time ago, like about maybe 8 years ago, I had told white America about this. I had told them about how, they would kind of suffer because of certain situations that they could have helped with Black America. And I told them before the migrant crisis began and all of that stuff that was going on, I said, you guys are going to have to, you're going to have to make amends over this stuff. And I am going to talk about it. And that was one of the reasons at that time that I guess Donald Trump didn't have influence with the National Guard or with the Army or with the military, because he had did certain things that the left was able to say, look, he don't believe in justice. He doesn't believe in the stuff you guys are dying for, because he's allowing this and this and this and this to happen, or he's saying these type of rhetoric. That's why they went after him about him being racist. So that was a way for them to influence other people to help stand against him. And that's a big thing, if she was able to actually influence the military over the president. I don't think she should be able to do that, but at that time, I think she was Secretary of State, or I forgot. I can't call what she was, but or Speaker of the House. And those are like, I think that's the third person in power or something like that. They have power as in with all the branches of our government. They have power because that's like the third person in line to become president. So maybe she could have invoked those powers or whatever. But whatever it was, for some reason she got caught on camera, and the camera footage was leaked, because people are tired. People are tired of whatever it was these guys were trying to do. I mean, they went to the extreme, and it was just like, stop. So I guess and MSNBC is like really, really, really far left. So for them to actually leak them lying like that, what the heck else are these people lying about? But Trump was right. He came out his mouth and he said, hey, they're lying on me. They're not, this and this and this happening. And it's kind of always coming true. But also too, like how I said, they did, for her to pull something like that, it'll be because he lost influence with his military, and at that time when he was president, he did lose a lot of influence over his over the military captains and stuff like that, because these people are dying for people to have freedoms. And if you're showing yourself in any hypocritical light or anything like that against people's freedoms, it's going to show. It's going to people are going to be like, wait a minute, we're dying for this, and you're not, you're being a hypocrite. And in some instances he was, because he was always saying how, people are not corrupt. The very things that he was saying, like, people are not corrupt or anything like that, they used against them. Oh, when they were talking about the flag and the kneeling of the flag, in my opinion, I think that white America should have helped, even though it was coming from a person that he had alternate motives. He was speaking up for, police brutality, but the very thing that they jumped out and said, no, we're not going to do this and this and that, that's the very thing that one of the very things, or one of the very doors that knocked President Trump down, because they were able to take that and say, look, he doesn't believe in justice for black people, because he's against the guy kneeling, and we know the guy was doing it for for other various reasons, but as it had blown out to be, this was a real cause, and this guy was championing it, because he was telling people, look at this is happening. And the very thing that he did, what he was trying to stand up for, was one of the very things that Mr. Trump went through. He went through the whole corruption thing and everything. He's like, oh, it doesn't happen, and he's going through it now. So, and they were able to influence that, because the military is like, well, heck, this guy has a right to protest, so why are you telling him he can't? So, it's just certain things, and I know a lot of people won't agree with what I just said. I really don't care. But with the January 6th thing, I really thought that Trump did not put the troops out, because I thought he should have put more people out there. People are going to act up. People are going to act out of whack. So I thought he didn't do it, and that was his job. He could have done it. But as I look at it now, he lost influence. He lost influence over the military. They fought to get, because that's the very first thing. If you don't have no military around you, or no type of defense around you, people can do anything to you. So he lost that defense with the military, and they turned on him because of that one of those very first things, and you showed yourself as a hypocrite. And they can also take that and say, well, look, this guy doesn't even believe in freedom of speech, freedom of protest. A black man was kneeling in front of the flag, and he was told he had to get up. He didn't have freedoms. And those are things that they can tell people at first. And but we knew the guy was doing it all for the wrong, but it's a look at what that person is doing type of a thing. And so I think that's why he didn't have the influence to have the military there, of which he should have been able to. And so now I understand that part, because I just thought he didn't do it, thinking that he was gonna do it. So now I got some of that understanding, but to know that she stopped it, and she stopped it because he couldn't influence the military the way she could, and that's not good. So I think that like how I said with the Hunter Biden thing, it's just a thing where the Democrats are doing that. They're solely doing that themselves. They're trying to clear house. They're trying to do whatever. Maybe they're all fighting with each other, or they're trying to get rid of Mr. Biden so they can put whoever it is they want to put in it. I don't know. That's what it feels like to me, because it's not nothing that any Republicans are doing or anyone's really caring about. And he probably just get a slap on the wrist. He it's nothing. I don't think it's anything to celebrate about. So that's what I think of that. And I think I'm going to talk about the president's pick for VP. that I really do believe that he should believe in and trust. And I'm going to make a video about it. But for this, I don't think it's a big, big win for anyone, on the, that's not extremist. I think that it's just a big brouhaha to come back at everyone else, So I don't think he's going to get too much. I think it's just a ploy to just get Biden out of there as fast as they can, because he messed up. He did all this stuff, and they're trying to put in someone else. I would see maybe him resigning or something, or Kamala becoming president, and then they have their new candidate and all of this other stuff. So, and I'm not expecting, I don't think it might be Obama. I think it might. I also want to say that I think that this is also maybe some sort of, because back in the day, President Biden, he had all those things with the segregation and all the things that he did. Maybe, I'm going to say just maybe, might be some sort of initiation or compens for him in his past with white guilt. They probably are punishing him for it, and he could be resentful for that too, because it could be also why he might be doing things that are not right, because he can't be. I think that he might have some bitterness towards the party for over things that have happened with him and his family and the situations that he was put in. So I think that maybe some of his messing up, and some of it, maybe it was on purpose. Maybe they could have been bitter about some things. And, this is why the presidency went the way that it did. This is why he came up on the scene the way he did, because they really didn't want him to run for president, if you think about it. And then a lot of things that were messing up and going on, and I mean it just wasn't him. And like how I said before, it's not just Barack Obama in the basement telling him stuff. There's other people in the basement telling him stuff, and somehow I think it got all mixed up, messed up. And maybe there was just too many leaders and not enough people to follow in their plans and their plots, because they have all different plans going. It's like they have one thing over here with persecuting Trump with all the court cases, and then one thing over here arresting him for this, and then another accusation of racism. And it's just so much going on. There's so many different people pulling at whatever this was. And I think that's what I think of this trial, this case. This could be some sort of maybe a punishment or something. And he's bitter, and he could be bitter. And that's why he's doing the things he's doing. I don't know. It's just a lot. But I don't think that it's a win for anyone when this young man gets arrested. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's a ploy. Maybe it's some sort of I don't want to use that word, so I'm not going to use that word. But I think it's some sort of a ploy or something like that they can use to say, okay, we're not all that bad. We do get at people, but I don't think the guy is going to get any type of real punishment. I don't. I think it's just a ploy to take our attentions off of something. Look, Biden has Russia sending Putin has just sent ships to Cuba that have missiles on them with nuclear capabilities, I believe. They're in Cuba, and he is just sitting there letting it go on. So Biden is bitter. He's bitter. He's probably bitter at the whole system, and he doesn't care. He's like, freak it, everybody can get it. And that's the way I think his presidency is going, and they can't control him. And like how it's set up now is set up to where they couldn't move anyone in. But I think they will try to move in. They had a chance with Obama, and they allowed, for some reason, maybe they were, I don't know what went on, but they had that chance, but now they don't have that chance because of all the things that they've done. So it's either getting rid of Biden to try to salvage something, or they're just trying to get rid of him before he does something that we can't go back from. And I said this a few years ago. I said that if people don't get Trump in 2020, we're not going to survive Biden, because Biden, in their culture, and in that, I don't knock nobody's belief system, but they have a culture and a belief system. They believe in killing, stealing, and destroying, in my opinion. um, and that's their belief system. That's their ideology system. That culture that they live in. In order to for them to survive, it's like that, and bloodthirsty. And when I say bloodthirsty, I don't mean like they're going around drinking blood or anything. I'm saying that they're bloodthirsty, as in they like the idea of war. They like the idea of conquer. They like the idea of putting people in that type of oppressive state. They like that stuff, in their mind, because they feel that that makes them the strongest and the whatever else. And that's what he's doing. He's doing that because that's their culture, and that's just it. And they do this without caring about anyone else, because it's all about them. So they have to do these things. And I said we weren't going to survive them, because and then at the same time, this man is getting hit with all these different things. They're saying, what do you think the man is going to go through, Mr. Biden is going to go through? And he's hearing people say all these things about him and his family. He's going through this stuff with his children, and it's all out there, and all these type of things, and they're saying all these type of things. What do you think that How do you think that person's going to react? And especially if they got that much power, they're going to try to utilize it, right? Their family is going to try to utilize that, right? If they're bitter, he's a human being. So what is he going to do? So it's also a matter of someone that feels that he's being abused and being treated wrong, has the power to shut everybody down sometimes. And I think that they're just trying to stop that. And I think they will. They will stop it, but they're trying to save face and say, hey, we're going to stop them. Because remember when they did the impeachment trial, how the other Democrats got up and told the Republicans, you're not doing anything. And they weren't. They weren't doing anything. They're not doing anything. They're just, I don't know what they're doing. And like how I said, I don't trust I don't fully trust Republicans or Democrats, but I'm only involved with the Republican Party because Trump is a part of the Republican Party. I like Trump. I think that Trump, I don't know of him being a racist or anything like that, but I think that he's a better choice than what we have. And as a Black American, he, in a sense, he's the only choice, because we don't have any systems available yet right now, right? And so I think that he's the best choice. I don't think that I don't think that Republicans really care. They're just the same as Democrats, even rhinos or basic Republicans, because they haven't done anything. They've known of everything that's happening, and you're just wasting time, just like how the Democrats were saying you're just wasting time because you're not doing anything. Now when they said that at the impeachment hearing, the Democrats was like, you're just wasting time, you're not doing anything. They decided on that point that they just had to get up and do something because they want to get rid of Biden. Probably use Republicans as a reason why they're getting rid of him, but they can't do that, so they're getting rid of him. And that's what I think that trial is about today. They just got to get rid of him. They got to find a way to get him out of office and get him to sit down or do whatever. So whatever happens or goes on, this is the Democrats doing this. They're trying to clear house and get whoever they want in. Like I said, I thought it would be Obama, but I'm not sure now. I think that they would try to do someone else. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Camilla. I don't know. I don't know. Or if they do Obama, it's kind of late, because if they would have went with Obama earlier, before all this crazy stuff happened, Obama would have had a chance. But now it's, so I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. And like I said, with Trump being racist and all, I don't know that. All I know is that he's a good choice for right now. That's all I know. Um, but I think that they would have to get up and decide something. Like how I said, I don't think the trial is good. I don't think that it's something everybody should be, oh, we got him. No, no, no. The Democrats are doing that themselves. They're getting rid of them. They're clearing it out, and just trying to get themselves together for the election thing. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's one of the things that we just have to wait and see. But they know they have to get rid of them. Look, Cuba has ships sent to them from Putin that already have missiles that are nuclear. And we're going to say, hurrah, hurrah, we got Hunter, and we have missiles pointed at us that have nuclear capabilities. They have to get rid of Biden. They're probably trying to get him out of there, because they'll and give him over to Putin. Say, here, Putin, you can have him, just so that they don't get shot. Because Putin coming with the guns right now. He aiming guns at us right now. Nuclear guns. And he's aiming for Biden's behind. Not us. But we in the way. So what we gonna do? They trying to get him out of the way. So what the Democrats, they real shady. They'll try to throw someone else says, no, they looking for you. And they will throw Biden's behind out there right in front of that gun. They know, we don't know you. And that's what they're doing. They're basically trying to get rid of him. They're trying to get rid of him. They're hoping that they don't get involved in whatever is going on. And and what else, I don't know. But I don't think that it's because justice is being served and this and that. No, it's not. No, it's not. So I don't know. I just want I want people to pay attention to the fact that Putin has missiles, nuclear missiles, coming and aiming towards us right now while I'm talking to you. They got ships right now aimed at us with nuclear stuff on it. So, but we're thinking about Hunter and how justice is turning and this and that. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. But this is just my thoughts. What are your thoughts?